Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Hunting Rocks. As always, I am your hunting guide, Jeff, and today I am outside of Oatman, Arizona, walking across some rough ground, watching where I'm going while chatting with you guys. And we're about to do a wash walk. I was here last year, and I went that way. This year, I'm going to go that way, up towards the Cool Springs area. Now, where I'm at is going to be on BLM land. I've got about a half mile I can walk before I get to where it's no longer BLM land. So I'm going to walk up there and walk back. We're going to check this wash, and hopefully we find some good stuff. And we're going to check another wash down the way. What I'm looking for here is going to be fire agates, really pretty chalcedony, desert treasures. Desert treasures are trash. It's washed down. If you guys remember, I found that Atari 2600 game last year, which was pretty cool. And I'm hoping to get into a fire agate mine to actually mine fire agates this week, but we'll see what happens. But anywho, gonna walk my way over there, keep an eye out for rattlesnakes. I'd love to see one to show you guys. Never seen a rattlesnake in the wild. But anywho, let me show you what I'm walking across. So as you can see, a lot of volcanic material here. These mountains at one time, they weren't. I mean, they were volcanoes, but they weren't. They were mostly vents. That's why you get a lot of the fire agate out here. The temperature was able to melt down the different minerals, keep the silica in a melted state, and as it would push out, it would and cool off, it would form those fire agates and the chalcedony and cool things like that. But anywho, let's get down there. Hopefully we might even see some wild burros out here, which would be pretty cool. They live up in the town of Oatman, which is about 20 miles that way. I might go to it, I might not. I haven't decided yet. I like the burros. Well guys, I think I'm on the right path. There's a nice chunk of chalcedony there. I don't think I'm going to take it. I might pick it up on the way back. I just started. I say that, I'll probably forget it. But we're going to keep walking this way. And yeah, you just come through and take a look at the rocks. Keep an eye on the ground. Watch out for little desert critters. And we're bound to find something cool. Whenever we do, I'll show you guys on camera. All right, my friends, I think we may have our first pieces of the day. Let's flip this over and take a look. Mostly chalcedony, but there is the slightest bit of color right there. That'll go in the bag. Let's check this one. Brought my small spray bottle with me today. No, stop spraying water. I need you. That one's not really got much in it, but you know what? I'll throw it in the bag, get it home, get it cut, see what we can do with it. Let's keep walking this way. I just heard a burro braying, so they must be waking up, getting themselves ready to head into town. Maybe with luck we'll see one down here. That'd be really cool. Maybe they'll tell me where all the good stuff's at. Let's check over here. So you can see this wash has been here for quite some time. It's almost a timeline of how long it's been here. Route 66 was probably built right about that big block there. Maybe up a little. Whenever that wash was only this deep instead of, well, as deep as it is now. It'll just keep getting deeper and deeper though as time goes on. All right, I'll be back. You guys see it laying right there on the ground? I am right on the edge of where I can be. The BLM property stops right up there. So I'm still on BLM land, which is awesome. And I decided to walk up here and look, and look at that. There we go. It's not a great one, but it's definitely got the color. That's awesome. All right. Whew. I was starting to worry. I hadn't been finding anything down over there. So I guess we'll walk back this way up as far as we can. And then we're going to head over to the other side of the wash where I'll have to drive back over to BLM property. Out here you have to check the maps, and I will put a link to where you can go check BLM maps down in the description. I know nobody ever reads descriptions, but go check it out. That makes sure you're not trespassing. Also lets you check for who owns the, or not owns it, but whoever has a claim, because you don't want to be a claim jumper. Claim jumping's not cool. And even though it is just surface finding I do, if somebody's got a claim, you're still stealing their stuff. So you always want to check that out. I just saw something over here. I don't know if it's worthwhile. What is this? That's bone. Either a cow or a burro. We are in open plain here. There's a shoe. Anybody needs a shoe? That's a nice shoe. Hopefully that's not where that bone came from. But anywho, let's keep walking. So you can see it's lots and lots of rocks as far as the eye can see. All right, I saw something over here, and there it is. Let's grab the old water bottle. Yep, a little bit of the fire down below. Oops, sorry about that. Camera's flipping out. And the chalcedony on top. All right. Well, guys, as you can see, I already sprayed it down. I saw just the glimmer of that. That looks to be just bitrhodal chalcedony, though. But it is pretty. And you know what? That's all I care about. All right, I moved from that creek, which is where I was at, down here. We're back on BLM land. So we're going to search this area a bit. I've wanted to search this area for a while. There's a lot of rocks here. I'm hoping for the best, guys. Let's see what we find. As you can see, there's some monster gravel through here. I refilled my water bottle. I'm hoping after those flash floods they had last week, or not last week, last month, a lot of stuff has moved, and from the look of it, it definitely has. So let's get down here. Let's hike for a bit. See if we find anything good. If not, well, we'll just take a nice little hike. Yep, I see something already. Right there. Let's see. Is that? That's a big old conglomerate of jazz. I think that might be part of somebody's old wall. All right, well, we'll come back to that maybe. I know where it's at. I don't feel like stopping yet. I do love these dry washes. Man, they're just fun to walk along. I used to do it all the time as a kid with my grandpa. I used to live out here. Out in the, lived in Bullhead City, Arizona for years. And I love coming back out to visit. Going across the old stomping grounds. Back then I was a rockhound, but not as big as I am today. I was a kid rockhound then. All kids are rockhounds. Sadly, people grow up and they decide not to be rockhounds anymore. All right, that's enough of my jaw jacking. Let's get walking, and when I find something cool, I'll show you guys. Well, no sooner do I turn off the camera than I see that sitting on top of a rock. A nice piece of chalcedony. That'll look really pretty once it's cleaned up. These polish amazingly well. Throw that in the old pocket. I don't know if that was left there by somebody or if the water did that. The water does some weird things whenever. All right, you guys, this creek splits. So I think we're going to go left first and come back the right way. Let's see what happens. This could be a mistake. You never know. That's the best part about adventures like this. There's no mistakes. Just, you know, happy little accidents or something like that. Well, it looks like we got something here covered up by mud. That's just a rock. But that looks like a nice piece of chalcedony. Let's pop that out. Let's take a look. Yeah. Not horrible. Clean that up. Yeah, I'll take it. What the heck? It didn't cost me nothing besides a walk, some gas. And when will I see it again, you know? Alright, we're gonna come up here, we're gonna turn around here and start heading our way back. Then I think I might check out a pay to dig site, because I like doing the free stuff to show folks. For those of you that don't want to spend the money or don't want to pay the money, may as well do it for free if you're into rock hounding. And for those who just want to see the super pretty crystals, well, that's why I got to do the pay to dig sites. Let's check over here against the wall. Nope, I thought that was something. It was not. Alright, well, let's head back, and this time we'll take the left fork, which was originally the right fork. And yeah, all will be good. Well, heading back, and I look down and I see that. Oh, let's take a look. That doesn't look like much right now, but I bet that does have some fire to it. I bet if I clear that off there, it's going to be crystal clear under there. Gets that weird milkiness to it, kind of like the Druzy quartz back home in St. Louis. How it'll have that like little bit of gray on top of it, but clear crystals underneath, and you can't ever get it off because you'll ruin the Druzy points. Well, this stuff, it doesn't matter because you're going down to the color, so you may as well remove that milky white part. Still haven't seen a rattlesnake yet, dang it. Seen a couple lizards. Just picked up a tiny little fire agate just laying on top of the ground. Man, a little bitty guy. Need another one that size, and I can make a pair of earrings. As is, I have an ear ring. Well, I just found my best piece of color so far. Look at that. Let me get some water on that. That is a beautiful fire agate. That is what we're after. Oh man. Alright, I caught a little glimmer. Hit it with some water. Is it one? No. No, just a shiny rock. Oh well. Thus is the life of a rockhound. Somebody may have wanted that rock. This, though, is a piece of that chalcedony. You can see how clear that is. That polishes up super pretty. There's another piece right beside it. Real thin one. No fire agate, but it's still pretty, so I'm in a good spot here. I'm probably going to find something with fire pretty soon, I'm hoping. If I do, I'll let you know. Alright guys. Good piece. Stop spraying. Stop. That does have some fire in it. It's an ugly piece, but it might polish up nicely. So, outstanding. Good, good, good. No freaking way. Oh my gosh, guys. I just found a cow horn. This is the best day ever. Ah, all right. Now I'm super excited. I saw a cow bone earlier, but man, I've never found a horn like that before in the wild. Man, that's the kind of stuff you see in the old Western movies. I've never have I found one. Oh, so happy. So I guess I do feel a little bad for the cow, but hey, thanks, Mr. Cow. And I think that cow horn changed my luck, because that looks like it's got color. Let's find out. Little bit of color, not a bad piece. Nice little fire agate. All right. Sweet. Glad I stopped over here. I wanted to for years, just never have. All right, we're getting close to the road. We're back at the road, and just found that other earring. All right, guys, well, I'm back at the truck. It'll be another 11 or 12 days before I get home and can get this edited. So still got a lot of Western trip left, but for what's going to be 12 days for me, well, next time you guys see me in St. Louis will be right about now. All right, friends, I am back from Arizona, and I'm getting everything set up, and I'm trying to get these videos finished edited. So that's why you hear the saw in the back. That's another video that's going to be coming out in like 2 or 3 weeks. But anywho, let me show you this creek walk. Let me show you some of the stuff I have. I didn't get it all out on the table because honestly I forgot where I put a lot of it. It was a long trip, but let me show you what I got. I do have the best pieces out. So of course when we were out there we were looking for fire agates and the chalcedony and stuff like that. Here's a nice piece of chalcedony that will actually clean up and be almost crystal clear. Now most of the stuff out there is going to be just neat looking, you know, just stuff I don't have at home. I picked that up because it was really pretty. You can almost see through it. Come on, focus in on it. There we go. And then this rock, because, well, it was just unusual looking. Now let me fix the focus. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that banding in there I thought was pretty cool. But as you can see, some pieces you will get a little bit of coloration in for like fire agate. It's a toss-up between this one and this one, which are my best pieces. That is a little piece of fire agate, but still very cool. Again, a clear chalcedony. And this one's a little dirty, but I think it has a little bit of color in it. Now, for those of you wanting to see the fire agate, don't worry, because I did go to a fire agate mine that same day after I got done doing all this. Oh, and of course, my piece de resistance from there, my cow horn. How cool is that? Somebody said it looked like it was cut in one of my shorts I did, so there's an up close of it. I was not cut. That was an old cow that had died, and well, I found its horn in the wash. Pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. But yeah, guys, if you want to get out there and go rock hounding, just find yourself a nice wash. Make sure it's on BLM land, and just walk it. You know, just make sure there's no rain coming, because those things fill up super fast. It could be bright and sunny, unlike today, where you're at in the wash. But if it's raining up on the mountain, yeah, that's bad news bears. But anywho, guys, you'll see me with Hamilton here right about now. All right, guys, well, that's the video for the week. Hope you enjoyed it. Hamilton hopes you enjoyed it. We had a great time out there walking the creek. Next week's video, we actually go into a mine, and believe me, there's going to be a lot more stuff, so I think you're going to want to stick around and see that. But that'll be next Tuesday at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. But guys, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving full of good food and family. And we'll see you next time we're out hunting rocks, won't we, Hamilton? Yeah. All right. Say bye, Hamilton. He says bye, guys. I think he's got a bellyache today. He ate too much last night. See you guys later.